go ahead and get it. Oh. A nice little tip too. It'll be about the edge of the brush. Let me clean it here. And when I wipe it off, I always go one direction. Let's see. And this is going to end up 2 videos too. I can already tell. Alright, get a little water, clean it. Always pulling it this direction. I don't go back and forth. It's going to fray the hairs. I'll even take and fold the rag over and dry it off like that. And give it a little pinch. That way it's nice and flat and has a nice point that way. And has a nice fan that way. And you can apply the paint like that. Or you can get into a corner like that. Let me keep going. It might still be 1 video. If not, we're going to make it 2 now. Alright, this is straight black. Now on this one, this is the border around the yellow. I'm going to be very careful not to get on the yellow. I'm not going to worry about the gray because we can go back up. We can go back and touch up the gray. That one I'm really letting those grooves in the plastic guide the brush. And here's another tip while I'm thinking about it. If you remember way back when we first painted this part yellow and then clear coated it, a couple reasons for the clear coat. One, of course, I wanted the yellow a little shinier. But if we mess up here, we could lightly sand on that part and hopefully not eat into the yellow color itself. Just stay in the clear coat. Just kind of thinking ahead. So this looks like kind of a mess, but I'm good so far of not getting into the yellow both ways. So I can still see it coming out very nice. And I should stop here. But I'm not. There. There we go. Clean the brush. And let's do the wash around the switches real quick. This is some of the paint and a little bit of water. You can kind of make a mess with that. Just let it fall in the cracks. Wipe it off. So I'm going to get a couple more coats of gray. One more coat of black around, well, yeah, one more coat of black on the border and the insert. And then when I do the gray, I'll clean up the edge around the black border. And once we're to that part, I'll do the next video and do the dry brushing with the lighter color and the silver, and we'll get into, here's a seat. We'll get into the seats and doing the yellow. I added a couple more coats of white. I think we're good enough and ready for the yellow on that. So I'll wait till we get the seats mocked up, and we need yellow on those too. Here, just to show you what a nice wash looks like. So if you wasn't really doing this section black, and that's a little heavy, but you get the idea. Now if you did that with mixing black with the gray, just to get a darker shade of gray, that effect would look a lot better. It would look like just gray shadows. So say you were doing an interior that was all one color. Now take that color and mix it with black so it's a little darker, and do a wash down in the cracks. And then when you're done with that, take that same color, and mix it with white, and do a light dry brush with the wider brush and highlight the top edges, and you'll have a very realistic looking piece. So I'll end it there, and very next video we'll do, I guess, the yellow and some other trim, and start putting something together. I have another tip here from big homie Stan. Shout out, brother. This is felt. I really did not want to use flocking for the floor to look like real carpet. This one's creased up a little bit. Let's see. This piece is a little better. That may do the trick. Just if I can get it cut out correctly to fit in there. Looks like I'm going to start there and work my way over. Of course, that'll be later once I get the seats painted up. So I'll go ahead and paint the black sections on everything next. Get that done, and I'll come back with doing the white where the yellow needs to be. And then we'll do the yellow paint and any other trim work and detail work that needs to be done, and the dry brushing. And since I've been titling the last couple models and transformers, let's end the video over here on Bumblebee. All the tips I shared so far brings us up to where Bumblebee is. There's a finished, pretty much finished head. And this is same paints, all the same paints. First, this part was sprayed, the basic yellow, and then the black. I painted all that black, and diluted some of the black to do a wash down in the crevices. A little heavier on some of these. And then did a light dry brush with silver to look like metal. Then clear coated it to protect the silver because it rubs off. And also the clear coat to give the yellow a nice shine. Then I painted the eyes. I think I painted everything. Did the clear coat last. No detail and all. But I did have a clear coat before I did any of the black hand brushing. I had a clear coat on the yellow, just like we did on the door panels over there. So that's the same thing. I mean, that's it. I could end the series there, but I'm going to keep going a little bit and share a few more tips. Here's a part that's up to the same spot as this. But of course, we're ending this one with the flat gray as a finish. Where this flat black, after I've taken the small brush and gotten close to the edges of the yellow and washed it in the cracks. Still got to paint the inside, I see. Maybe, if it shows. Have to look at that. A little bit more of a wash down in here. And then dry brush carefully down in the edges. And clear coat this piece again and it'll be finished. If it needs any detail. So I actually start working on this one and show the progress on him soon also. Alright. Said I'd end it there. Rearranged my shelf a little bit. I'm slowly clearing the table off, as you can see. Today's Saturday. First of the week. Hope to have it